Hey gang, Sally here with Kit. With Kit, he's on this side, he's usually on the other side. Hope you're having an amazing and fascinating day. I know I am. We're here with something different. I'm going to be trying this. This will be the intro for every single one of these videos. But I've talked to a couple of friends who like my videos. Yay, thank you for that. And they all thought this would be a good idea, so I'm going to give it a shot and see what you all think too. So let me know in the comments down below. These are driving day videos. So I can't promise you you're going to get to see, you won't get to see everything that I was actually going for that day. And these are going to be completely unedited. So what you're going to see is some driving, and then you'll hear me say, GoPro, stop recording. And that's how you know the end of that segment. I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm going to just leave it in. And some of these will be like super long. Some of them won't be very long. They'll probably all be fairly long, I'm guessing. But the deal is I run two cameras when I'm driving, and I'm not recording constantly. I record when I think of something that I want to talk about or when I think the scenery is interesting. And a lot of times I will, when I'm trying to edit a video down, I'll go through and I will edit it down so that if it's just a driving segment, I'll speed it up so you can see the scenery but get through it faster. I'm not doing that. You can speed it up on YouTube though if you want to. So, hope you enjoy this. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate you taking your time to do that. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. If you love this, let me know. And if you don't like it, you can let me know that too. If you can stand to do it, I'd really appreciate it if you can stay all the way to the end, because YouTube really likes it when you watch an entire video, and so do I. And as always, comments, thumbs up, all that good stuff. We're going to roll the intro and get right into it. It's a little crooked. So, another night, another Cracker Barrel. And it was a pleasant evening. No disturbances, nice and quiet. The only thing I don't like is the lights.
Head east toward Wildcat Drive.
And I have finally resigned myself to just closing all the blinds.
Then turn left onto North 27th Street.
Block out as much light as possible. I think there were only about 4 other people here tonight. There's a van right there. Yeah. And our first stop this morning, and it's only 7:30. Our first stop this morning is going to be at Sam's Club. Right back where we were at Walmart yesterday. And
continue on North 27th Street for 1.5 miles.
Kind of a cool thing. I put in an order last night at Sam's Club, and I used this app called Rakuten, R-A-K-U-T-E-N, I think that's how you spell it. I'm trying to remember to put a link in. And certain companies give discounts, and Rakuten gives me cash back for that. Well, Sam's Club had been 1% on online and pickup orders, and I noticed yesterday when I went in to finish up my order, now it's 2%. So, it may not sound like much, but my credit card gives me 2% cash back on everything I spend. And now with Rakuten giving me 2% cash back on online and pickup orders, that means I'm saving 4% at Sam's Club. Now that may not sound significant to you, but it feels pretty significant to me with the way the prices have escalated over the past year or 2 or 3. And so any money I can save, especially with little to no effort, is absolutely worth doing as far as I'm concerned. And my habit has become, and I may start doing this with Walmart too, but my habit has become, especially if I know that there are certain things that I want, especially non-perishables, I'll just order them for pickup. And then even if I have to go in the store to pick up a few other things, that's fine.
In a quarter mile.
Like, I may run in the store today just to see if they've got any leftover rotisserie chicken. Because my refrigerator is back down to 30 degrees. Which means I probably need to change my
At the light,
temperature.
turn left onto Ticonderoga Drive, then turn right to stay on Ticonderoga Drive.
So yeah, I mean, I may run in and see if I can get a rotisserie chicken if they're up yet. Because, well, see if I may get a rotisserie chicken anyway, we'll see. But one of the things that Sam's Club does that I really like is they sell like leftover rotisserie chicken from the day before, and they whack it apart and they package 4 breasts, I think that's right, for
Turn right to stay on
$4
Ticonderoga Drive, then turn left.
instead of the whole chicken. Where am I going? I guess we're going this way. Pickup. Instead of the whole chicken for $3.99, or $4.99 rather. Now it looks like a few people spent the night here too. And I could have done that. I almost did do it actually, but it's so busy. Oh, that's not Sam's Club pickup. I don't think. No. It's got to be Walmart pickup.
Your destination is on the right.
Okay, so I'm going to find a place to park. And we'll run in the store real quick and see if there's any chicken. That's a little handicapped. Oh, here's the pickup area. Okay. So we're going to do this. Just like this. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, well, haven't been into Sam's Club yet because it's not open yet. Because they don't open for Plus members until 8 o'clock. And it's not 8 o'clock. So I'm going to go over to Walmart and see if I can get tires aired up. I bet I can go around that way, but I'm going to go this way instead. And then I'll decide if I'm going to come back and check for chicken or not. I think not. I think not, because I've got lunch meat and I got stuff to make salads. So yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to go with. So I'm just going to see if I can get my tires aired up, and then we're going to get on the road. Back here. Okay, So let me just ask about this. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, we are all aired up. We're actually slightly over aired. And a little bit concerning is that this inner rear dually that they said was fine, well, he just put pressure in it and it went from 57 to 81. So I guess I've been driving around with it for a few days with not much air in it. Oh well.
Turn left toward Industrial Avenue, then turn left onto Industrial
And
Avenue.
our first quirky stop of the day is just about 2 hours away,
Turn left onto Industrial Avenue, then
which
turn
should
right
be
onto Superior
perfect
Street.
timing for getting breakfast. Now see, Google keeps doing this. It did it yesterday too. Wants me to turn left here, go out to the traffic light, and then turn right up here. I'm just going to go straight up here and turn right. I don't know why it's doing that, but you know, whatever. So I've got, I went to
Head
Cracker
west
Barrel
on
last
Shamrock
night for
Drive
dinner,
toward North 28th Street.
where I ordered breakfast for dinner.
Turn right onto North 27th Street, I-80 alternate.
And I've got, I actually did quite well. For a total of $15, I ordered breakfast for dinner, and I ordered a $5 meatloaf to-go meal, and as a reward for finally being able to sign up for the app, which I've been trying to do for over a year, and it kept not letting me do,
Continue on North 27th
I got
for 1.5 miles.
a free barrel bite. So, and I chose the hash brown casserole tater tots. And I chose it in part because I like them, and also because it was the most expensive barrel bite choice, so why not? Best bang for the buck, right? So what that means is, I ate dinner last night, I ate the eggs, one piece of sausage, and the hash brown casserole that came with it. For breakfast today, I'm going to have and I may only have half of the, I think, we'll see how I feel. I might just have half of the biscuits and gravy, the other piece of sausage, and a couple of eggs. Or I might just eat up all the biscuits and gravy and eat the other piece of sausage and be done with it. We'll see. I think I'll probably do the eggs. And then I'm going to have the meatloaf for dinner tonight. And then I've got the hash brown tater tots that I can have with breakfast over the next couple of days, or I can have with, you know, with my dinners, with my salads, whatever. But I didn't feel bad about getting at least 3 meals out of my $15 purchase, plus the hash brown tater tot meals. So there's that. Okay, we're gonna come to a rip-roaring, screeching halt without making everything slide. Yay! We're gonna be getting on the freeway. I-80. And I can't remember exactly where it is. Pretty sure it's in Iowa. It's the world's largest truck stop. And I tried to stop there last year when I was on my way to buy Henry. And I completely missed the RV parking area. And so it seemed that I could only park in the one place. So here's the Cracker Barrel where we spent the night. So basically we've just driven up and down this section of road a couple extra times. As I said, I could have stayed at the Walmart Sam's Club parking lot, but they stay busy until late, and I just didn't really want to do that.
Use the right lane to take the I-80 East ramp, then merge onto I-80 East.
Omaha 52. And so, yeah, so I went to Cracker Barrel. Plus, I knew I didn't want to cook, even though I had just been to Walmart to get groceries, because I was tired. So part of what's going to happen today, I hope, is that I'm going to get to this county park I'm going to early enough in the afternoon that I'm going to get some editing and some more trip planning done. So we'll see. And here's what we know. If you've seen one freeway, you've seen them all. GoPro, stop recording. Well, I drove about, I don't know, 10 or 15 miles.
Turn right.
And couldn't get the radio to the Audible to come on connected to my stereo system, and I kept pushing buttons, and I finally reached the point where all I had managed to accomplish was getting my I don't think this is the way I'm supposed to go, but whatever, was getting the radio to play static, and the screen is really hard to see, especially when I'm driving. I was heading into the sun, so that was fairly unpleasant. And basically all I had to do was turn the engine off and turn it back on, basically rebooting the stereo system. But I still had to punch a bunch of buttons to get back to the screen that I typically have displayed.
Use the right lane to
So,
take the I-80 East
that
ramp.
part's over. Yay!
In half a mile, merge onto I-80 East.
I am starting to get pretty hungry. So back up on the freeway. I think we still got about, well, not a moment. How much more we have before our exit?
I-80 East, 24 miles.
Well, it says 24 miles, but I think that's just because there's an interchange with I-80. Speed limit's 75 here. Not for me. I don't need to go that fast. And we got about almost 2 hours to our destination. Yeah, Google says an hour and 32 minutes, but that's based on doing 75 miles an hour, I think. Again, not for me. GoPro, stop recording.
In half a mile, keep left to stay on I-80 East.
We're not far from the Iowa border. And I'm guessing that
Keep left to stay on I-80 East.
Des Moines must be pretty close to the border. And I think we're pretty close to Des
On
Moines.
I-80 East for 78 miles.
The signage on I-80 has not been super clear about which lanes I need to be in to stay on the correct route. As in, at this intersection, or interchange, I ended up moving over a lane further than I really needed 77 miles to our exit. But I think if I see a rest area, I'm probably going to stop. Because what I don't want to do is have my hip start hurting too badly if I'm sitting in this position for too long. So we'll see. Well, we haven't gotten to the border yet. It's got to be close. Well, the sign that said all service issues local exits is a pretty good indication to me that there aren't going to be any rest areas, but there might be on the other side of it. Express is a toll road or not, so I guess I'm going to stick with the local exits. Big river. Here we go. The people of Iowa welcome you. Fields of opportunities. Well, it doesn't say anything about a toll. And Google seems to think this is where I'm supposed to be, so okay. Guess we're gonna see downtown Des Moines. Stop recording. Well, I decided to follow this oversized truck off of the exit, and he had to stop here. I guess he's more than 14.2 inches tall, so that he could go into the left-hand lane. And I decided to do this because it said the lane restriction was 10 feet wide, and I'm 8 feet wide, and I really don't like driving on those narrow lanes if I can avoid it, and I was tired of being on the freeway anyway. So I got off. I think this is going to end up being about a 10-mile detour that I'm taking, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. Because I got all the time in the world. breakfast. Because it's just not important that I just keep driving. It just isn't. only 65 degrees outside. But when I stop, I'll be able to take off my long sleeve shirt. A little dust devil there. After all the crazy heat I've been having, it seems kind of funny that I need to put an extra shirt on in the morning. But I do. Council Bluffs. That's funny. I had a friend that I grew up with moved to Council Bluffs, I think when I was a teenager. And now that I say that, did they move? Yeah, no, that was not, I wasn't quite a teenager. That was Susan Minchin. Wow. So I'm pretty sure I've never seen Council Bluffs before. I was thinking that I hadn't never been through Lincoln in Nebraska, but I imagine I must have been last year, because last year when I was heading across the country to get Henry, I was basically beating feet. I was going just about as fast as I could. Arrangement of Kubota equipment. Pavement markings, that's a good sign. It's dirt in the opposite direction, that's not a good sign.
Continue 3 miles.
What's the worst that can happen? I don't think anything terrible happened there. Something just slid. Hopefully not the pantry doors. But there's no place for me to pull over right now anyway. We'll just see what's up at the top of the hill. Well, we'll see. Google wants me to turn right again in 3.2 miles. of some of the roads I was in Pennsylvania last year. The steep ups and downs. Not great for the fuel economy. This is really beautiful. Let's see if you can actually get the glimpse before I turn the camera on. Off in the distance, there's a beautiful farm with big silos. I mean, it's you know, totally picturesque, pastoral kind of setting that you see in images of picturesque and pastoral settings. These terraces in the fields are pretty interesting. I guess this guy is content to tailgate me. That enormous white building is. GoPro, stop recording. That enormous white building says Jack Links. You know, the meat people and jerky. Google's going to put me back on the freeway up here momentarily. Well, hopefully I have missed the construction. I guess we'll see.
Turn right onto the I-80 East ramp, then merge onto I-80 East.
A small Class A. I think I looked those up before. And it may be, but they're no longer being made. Oh, look, here's the rest area. And I think we're going to go ahead and stop here and make breakfast at the rest area. Wow, those people have a great view of the freeway. Looks super busy. Wonder how busy the eastbound side is. We're going to take a look. I'm sure it's fine. Wow, the rest area could use some repaving.
Head northeast. In a quarter mile, merge onto I-80 East.
Nice looking rest area. Oh, and pet area right here on the median. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull down here pretty far so that I probably won't have anybody directly in front of me. Put the cab in the shade. The refrigerator's in the shade. We're going to make some breakfast. GoPro, stop recording. Our time at the rest stop is done, but while we've been sitting here, apparently there was an accident or something on the westbound side.
Merge onto I-80 East.
Because the traffic has slowed down significantly and is pretty backed up. But I can't see far enough behind me to see what the holdup is. As in, all I can see is backed up traffic for as far as I can see. And I can also see that the trucks well outnumber the private vehicles on this highway. Okay, so we still have an hour to go to our first destination. I'm really glad I stopped and we took a break and I got some breakfast. And yeah, you know, it's funny. We haven't actually gotten anywhere yet today. And our first stop is the only thing we're really going to see today. But it's going to be approaching 12 o'clock by the time we get there. 10:45 now. So, but that's okay. I think I'll still be at my camp by 2 o'clock, which is kind of my plan. I want to get in before late in the afternoon so I can get some stuff done. I want to do a little bit of house cleaning. I want to do some video editing. I think I need to do some financial stuff. Yeah, I want to move some things around. So yeah, that's what I got going on. GoPro, stop recording. Well, we are finally reaching our first destination. It's 11:49 in the morning. We left Cracker Barrel at what, like 7:30, I think? This is an unusual configuration for an exit ramp. You don't see them like this too often. This is Anita Adair Road that we're getting onto. Also, oh, historic US 6. Interesting. And then see the sign straight ahead that says emergency detour Interstate 80. I first saw that at whatever, I think when I got off at the gas station earlier.
Continue for 1 mile.
And this is also called White Pole Road. I mean, it's got like a bunch of different names. Anyway. What was I going to say?
Continue for 1 mile.
Oh, We're in Adair County and we're heading toward Adair. I don't know if we're actually going to see Adair proper or not, or if indeed there is an Adair proper. I'm not sure about that. But what we are going to go see is a piece of Wild West history. Even though it doesn't feel to me like I'm in the Wild West anymore. It feels to me like I am solidly in the Midwest. And I think I'm gonna try and remember to look that up this afternoon and figure out what the delineations are. It's really pretty here.
In a quarter mile, turn left.
I wonder if I can stay on the back roads for a little bit. I'm really not a fan of pounding down the freeway. Boy, that house over there to the right has a beautiful setting.
Turn left.
Just up on a little bit of a knoll and still protected from any wind. That's pretty perfect. Okay, let's see what we can see.
Your destination is on the right.
It's the Jesse James Historical Site. Dedicated July 21st, 1873. Well, I guess not dedicated then, but commemorating then. Alright, we're going to get out and see what this is all about. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so this was a fun little stop. And, interesting story. I've got not enough signal to display my map. Okay. That just doesn't make good sense. I guess I'm gonna okay, now it wants to send me here. Oh, there's a city park campground here. Let's go here. There we go.
Head northwest toward White Pole Road, then turn right onto White Pole Road.
Okay, so it wants me to turn right here. Can I do it? Not easily. No, I really can't, actually.
Turn right onto White Pole Road.
Yeah, sorry Google, I can't make a right turn there. It was too steep with a drop off.
Head west on White Pole Road. Continue on White Pole Road, 3/4 of a mile.
And yeah, couldn't do that. So it looks like Google's gonna have me turn around. Which means I probably should have done it in there, maybe. Nope, can't do it there. The other end was open. Not quite enough room to do it there either. Well, and that guy's turning in there where I was gonna. So probably just as well that I... Oh, he's turning around. Interesting. Well, I'm heading east. What happens if I don't turn around?
In a quarter mile, turn right toward Afton Avenue.
Well, it looks like this might be doable though. These are the things that you have to
Turn
deal
right
with
toward Afton
sometimes,
Avenue,
guys.
then turn left onto Afton Avenue.
Well, Google is indicating that there was a way for me to get through there, but there really isn't. However, I can turn around here safely. Even though I have no backup camera at the moment, I need to work on figuring that out. Okay. Now, in the grand scheme of things, this was easy for me. But I am going to mention that this is one of the reasons I gave up the truck and trailer, because that would not have been easy in the truck and trailer. That would have been a problem. I would have ended up having to drive I don't know how far. And even like down here, we're going to pass this place where I could have turned around. In here, in this rig. I could not have done it easily with the truck and trailer. There wasn't quite that much room. And, you know, what's funny is, this actually has a much worse turning radius than my truck did. But, in this situation, if I needed to do a 12-point turn to get turned around, I could do that. Yeah, I would not have been able to, I don't think I would have been able to turn my truck around with the trailer there. Now, see this one, the gate's open, could have pulled right in, turned around on private property, truck and trailer, no problem, this, no problem. Oh, somebody else is here, right, that's the car that turned around. That was behind me that turned around. Yeah. And they wanted to go back and see the Jesse James spot again. Because they missed it the first time. Anyway. I don't think I've really pointed out that kind of situation and why I am so much happier not having to deal with a trailer. Which is also part of the reason I don't want it towed. I mean, same thing. If I'd had it towed, I wouldn't have been able to turn around there where I just did. So, I'm pretty happy with my choice and very satisfied for now. I'm less satisfied with the fact that I got to get back on the highway when I get stopped this evening and I start looking at the next couple of days. I think I'm going to look at avoiding the interstates as much as I can. Although that's also part of the reason it's taking me so long to get across the country, which is fine. Okay, so here we go. See, this is not unusual for an on-ramp. And I guess it's not terribly unusual for the off-ramp, but you know, whatever. Okay, we got 46 miles to our next destination, which is a Costco gas station, where I'll probably have to sit and wait for a while. GoPro, stop recording. So what do we have coming up here on the left? It's a spire. It's not a spire. It's a wind turbine blade standing on its mounting end. And this appears to be a cement company of some sort, maybe? Some kind of construction deal. Okay. I thought it was going to be a roadside attraction that I hadn't seen and looked up. But I was wrong. GoPro, stop recording. So we just crossed into Madison County, Iowa, and it makes me wonder what Madison County, what state is the, geez, Sam, in what state were the bridges of Madison County? I remember not. Don't know if I've read the book. I know I've seen the movie. Probably read the book too. We are 24 miles from Costco for fuel. And I think we've only got about a half an hour after that. That's what I'm hoping. We shall see. Huh. Look over there to the right at the top of the hill. I think we'll be able to catch glimpses between the trees. It's pyramids of dirt. Now we can't see them at all. Probably for sanding the roads in the winter, I would imagine. What a beautiful day. 75 degrees at 12:30 in the afternoon. That's pretty beautiful. My refrigerator is running in the shade right now. Even better. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so two things I have just learned, and I'm not going to stop to learn more about them. DeSoto, right here at exit 110, is the birthplace of John Wayne, and I also saw a sign that said tourist information for the bridges of Madison County. So it's Iowa. So that curiosity is satisfied. If I were not trying to lay down miles relatively quickly to get to Fort Wayne, it would have been totally fun to go explore the bridges of Madison County. That said, that is a difficult thing often to do in a motorhome. For example, I can't drive across the bridges, most likely, because of the height issue. And finding places to turn around can be difficult. I visited some of the covered bridges in Oregon, mostly traveling with a friend of mine in her car, and my RV being parked, so that I didn't have the hassle of trying to turn my RV around. Well, it said there was a lane shift, but I'm not really seeing it. Haven't gotten to it yet. Nice fresh pavement here. I am glad I got the bridges issue question answered. South Raccoon River. the outlaw category that I had thought about detouring for. But, oh, here's the North Raccoon River. But then I decided not to do it because it was a fairly big detour, which was to go see one of the places where Bonnie and Clyde engaged in a gunfight and were wounded. I think they were both wounded there. Stop recording. This looks like it's all brand new construction, brand new roads. I don't know if it's going to be like developments here, maybe. Hard to say. But getting off the interstate, it wasn't very clearly marked. Like, you come off the ramp and there's a sign that says yield, but there's no indication that there's no yield lane, that essentially you need to stop for the traffic that's already on the road. And then there's a lane end sign. Anyway, it was just really unclear. But figured it out. Nobody got hit. Everything's good. We are a little under 2 miles from Costco. Yeah, everything here looks brandy new. Pretty sod, new houses, new stores. I imagine it's probably a fairly new Costco too. And I wonder if Google's going to have me continue on without having to backtrack, which would be nice. We'll see. GoPro, stop recording. I thought that was a building over there. It's a fence, which I'm guessing must be for a golf course, maybe.
Use the left lane to turn left onto South Jordan Creek Parkway.
Yeah, Top Golf. Thought so. it's not a hugely long line. That's unusual.
Your destination is on the
Yay.
left.
Look at this, I only have to wait for one vehicle. I don't think I'm going to be able to get close enough to fuel. But let me take a look. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, well, that was pretty painless. And 9.5 mpg. So I feel pretty good about that.
Turn right onto South Jordan. Head north.
We have 58 miles to our destination. Oh, that looks like a Japanese restaurant. But I'm not the least bit hungry and I've got plenty of food right now, so maybe I can get Linda to go to one.
Head north. In 800 feet, turn right onto South Jordan Creek Parkway.
Okay, so I don't think I'm going to have to backtrack. Yay! I hate backtracking. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. That was a $100 fill up. 32.7 gallons. At $3 a gallon. Interestingly, when
South Jordan Creek Parkway.
when I looked at Gas Buddy last night, it said $2.93, but the Costco website said $3.01, so I wasn't surprised. Oh, you're not hooked up. Let's get you hooked up. Whoops. Let's get you hooked up. We want you to be safe. Uh-huh.
Continue on South Jordan Creek Parkway for 2 miles.
Okay, well, we are going to be getting back 180, which is, you know, probably, you know, just as well going through a city, but I'm pretty tired of driving. Just another hour or so. And I got something rattling in that cabinet. I'll have to work on that. There's a Krispy Kreme donut store. I don't think there's too many of them around left. Historic Valley Junction. I wonder what makes it historic. I guess that's supposed to look like teeth across the license plate. I don't know. Oh, and they got something on the windshield wiper too. And the battery died on my DPMS system. Yeah, pretty dead. Well, we'll get that plugged in when we get stopped. probably utilities. Well, at least, what we're seeing of Des Moines appears to be a very clean and contemporary and new city. Oh, there's a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Who owns them? You know who owns them? I can't remember offhand. Feels a little sterile to me, though.
In a quarter mile, use the second from the right lane to turn right onto the I-80 East ramp. Use the second from the right lane to turn right onto the I-80 East ramp.
Okay, here we go. Back on the
In a quarter
interstate.
mile, merge onto I-80 East.
I guess it's not too bad though, since I really want to get this over with. And this will be the fastest way to get it over with today.
Merge onto I-80 East.
Let's see how much more interstate we've got.
Continue on
46 miles.
46 miles.
Wow, we're under 1,000 feet in elevation. That's crazy. And apparently the state fair is going on now. Okay, well, 45 more miles of freeway and 54 miles altogether. See you when we... Well, now we've got the kind of landscape. South Skunk River, interesting. Nice looking river, too. Now we've got the kind of landscape that made me not want to come east for many, many years, where the trees are lining the highway and you really can't see much of anything. But this is actually the first stretch of this that I've encountered in, yeah, pretty much since I started moving east from New Mexico. See how long it goes on for. One advantage of having all these trees is that I can tell how windy it is. Sometimes just looking at the grass, if the grass isn't long enough, makes it hard to tell. And see, this isn't bad. I can kind of see pretty far up ahead. Just can't see a whole lot off to the sides. we're still about a half an hour away from our destination for the day. So I'm guessing it'll be right about on 2:30 when I get parked up. I imagine. GoPro, stop recording. Well, we're finally off the freeway for today, off the interstate. The KOA sign, which is in the same direction that we're going to be going, said it was open April to October. We're at 950 feet in elevation, so I don't quite understand that.
Iowa Speedway Drive.
And I was thinking I might go ahead and top up at Love's tomorrow, but you know, that'll be $3.19. Well, I guess I need to look at gas prices moving forward too and see what they look like. This is the town of Newton, Iowa, where the traffic is spaced just perfectly so that I can't actually make a turn. Yeah. It's pretty funny, Kit. It is. It's pretty funny. Has your eye been watering? A little bit? You have such pretty eyelashes. So now I gotta wait for all of these left turn people. Good Lord.
Continue on Iowa Speedway Drive for 1.5 miles.
Well, I just made a mess all over the floor. Oh well. There's another Casey's. 272 for their cheap stuff, which I guess is a lot of ethanol, I think. This is cool looking. Celebrate Sculpture. Kind of surprising. I guess Google was doing it on speed more than mileage, because there was an exit for Newton before the one we just got off, and this feels like I'm actually backtracking a little bit, but whatever. There's the KOA to the left. No thank you. I used to think KOAs were a great place to stay, and now I just avoid them. I think they're expensive, and the sites are close together often, and the amenities usually aren't in very great condition for the ones that I've stayed at. Now, I'm sure that there are exceptions. I'm just not familiar with them. Wonder if Arby's still makes the double R bar burger. Oh, there's a Walmart there.
1 mile. Turn right onto US 6 East, 1st Avenue East.
So I guess if this park that I'm going to doesn't work out, yeah, looks like I can come back to the Walmart. And doesn't work out could mean
At the light, turn
no
right
signal
onto
because
US
it's 10 miles
1st
outside
Avenue
of town. But we'll see.
Continue on US 6 East for 3/4 mile.
Bumpity. hopefully this works out well. We'll find out. GoPro, stop recording. Oh, it says pavement ends, but we're less than a mile, and we won't be alone if we can get a sight. Oh, this is the official Morgan Bison campground. A.m. to 10:30 p.m.
Turn left onto North 67th Avenue East.
Is this free? I think this is free. And I think it's got hookups. Holy moly.
In half a mile, turn left.
Oh no, that's got a reservation tag on it. But this one doesn't. Cabin rental. Interesting. Okay, so it had tags to scan. I don't need hookups. We're going to go down to where I intended to go, which I believe is free. I hope. I guess if not, we'll come back here. But man, I don't want to be jammed in with a bunch of people. Drive around this side of the loop just to see. See, this is better because I can get my door back further. Alright, 7 is open. Still don't want to pay. Okay, so it looks like there's 2 sites open up here. Oh, and there's a dump station here. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Okay, let's go on down the road to where I thought I was going. Anyway. Hope this works out the way I thought it did. I mean, I found this on Campendium, and I took its coordinates, and I did actually look at it on Google Maps, so should be okay. Not yet. That's somebody's house. Excuse me. Little toilet up there.
Turn left, then you will arrive at your destination.
Not much signal. We may not be able to stay here. Okay.
You have arrived.
Visitors must leave park by 10:30. Pets must be on leash. No swimming. But this is going to say no camping. No vehicles off roadways. No parking along roadways. Well, it's super pretty. But if I got to be out of here by 10:30, this isn't going to work. Oh, boat ramp and primitive camping. Okie dokie. I think we're going to be okay. That was very misleading. All we got to do is hope there's enough signal out here. That was a red squirrel. Family of red squirrels living in my house for a while. Okay, one way. Camping area. Oh, it's got sights. All right, I guess we're going to scan the code and see what the story is. Okay, well that's interesting. 4 mattresses stacked up in a trailer. I wonder if those people are moving, perhaps. Let's figure this out. GoPro, stop recording. Well, this is disappointing on several different levels. Let's hook up Kit. Let's hook up Kit. We don't want to lose Kit. There we go. Because Campendium indicated this was free. It's not. It's $12 a night plus a $4 processing fee with a 2-night minimum on weekends. So, and the signal is kind of marginal. I don't want to stay here.
In a quarter mile, turn right.
I sure as hell don't want to pay for 2 nights and only stay for 1. Got a bug. See if I can get rid of it. And I guess this was my bad. I probably should have looked at the county website before I got committed to, you know, driving 10 miles outside of town. Beautiful location. And really unlevel too. I mean, I was off by 3 degrees in each direction, which means, you know, best case, I'd still be unlevel. So that's very disappointing. So we're going to retrace our steps. Now it'll be close to 3 o'clock by the time we get back into town. But we're just going to go into the Walmart and call it good. Because why not?
Turn right.
Okay, so I'll see you back in town. GoPro, stop recording. And those water and electric sites in the developed campground were $25 a night with a 2-night minimum on weekends. Today's Saturday. So we're just going to go with, oh well, you win some, you lose some. GoPro, stop recording. Well, the Murphy USA is $3.39 a gallon. We are here at Walmart. I'm going to try this way. The RV that I saw earlier is no longer here, so that's slightly worrisome. However, that spot right there looks pretty good. You will arrive at your destination. As does this one, although it's probably too slanted. Hopefully that bug left. Well, there appears to be plenty of parking here. And I'm thinking ideally, like right here is pretty perfect. Let's see what we have for level. I think we're not level. GoPro, stop recording. Well, Walmart's not answering their phone, and they didn't show up on Road Trippers as an overnight allowed stop. Overnight parking stop. I'm going to drive around the building one more time. I am pretty sure I saw trucks down here. And I think I'm going to be A-okay there. I thought they didn't have a drive around. Well, this car has the look of living in a parking lot. And there's a truck. I think I'm okay. Oh, and this van looks like they're parked. Yeah, I think I'm fine. Why would they park so unlevel? I do not understand that philosophy. Okay, we're going to go back around here and take this lovely spot in the back by the auto center. I think it looks great. And we're going to be able to keep the refrigerator in the shade. All right, I think it's home. GoPro, stop recording.